What's good? Coach Colin Castell here with ShotMechanics Basketball, and I'm here today with NBA playmakers to teach you how to break ankles without dribbling. All right, so we're here with NBA playmakers today out at NBA Summer League in Las Vegas at UNLV. So today what we're going to do is we're going to walk through a few ways to break ankles before you even put a dribble down. Now before we jump into it too far, you definitely want to click the link in the description down below and get a free copy of my #1 scoring workout. This scoring workout is going to change the way you think about your training and probably increase your scoring average the very first time you use it. That's how powerful it is. Now, before we jump into it, there's one thing to think about. A lot of times players think about to break ankles or to beat their defender, they have to put down a ton of dribbles, when in all actuality, that's not true. The best players on the planet a lot of times can get their defenders moving and break ankles and get them shifting before they even put a dribble down. So today what we're going to work on is we're going to give you 3 keys that are going to get your defender moving before you actually dribble. That way you have an advantage right away. So the very first one I love, and it's a certified ankle breaker, is what we call the Scuff Fake. And a Scuff Fake is basically just the idea of using a leg with a pump fake. So it's pretty much the same as a normal pump fake, right? So if I'm catching the ball and I'm pump faking like this, it's the same, but I'm planting my pivot foot. So if I caught with a 1-2 step, I'm planting my left, right coming in. I'm keeping my pivot foot down, and I'm raising my knee with the ball. So as the ball goes up, knee goes up. Now the reason why I call this a scuff fake, because if you get a good one, you're gonna scuff the ground with your foot. So as I come through, I wanna try to get that squeak with my sneaker as I come up. So I'm boom, just like that. So what that does is that squeak will kind of make your defender react. And as soon as I scuff up, they're gonna raise up out of their stance on defense, right? They're gonna come out, hands are gonna go up. Now what's awesome about a scuff fake is you've got a bunch of different options out of it. So when I hit this scuff, I can drive off of it if I get them early, right? If I hit this scuff, I can jab, they'll go with it, and I can separate for a step back or whatever it is I wanna do. So there's a bunch of different options, right? If you scuff and they stay, you can shoot in the same spot. But that initial scuff is a great way to freeze them, and a lot of times you can get them running downhill and break their ankles coming out of it. It's one of my all-time favorite moves, and if you can master it, it'll work on pretty much anybody. All right, so the next one I love is the hang jab step. Now, it's just kind of like a normal jab step where you're jabbing out, right? Normal jab step, you're gonna be moving downhill, so this one you're gonna be moving out just a little bit. But now what you're gonna do is you're gonna hang the ball out with one hand. So it's kind of like this. So as you're jabbing your foot, simultaneously, foot and ball are moving out at the same time, right? So it doesn't matter if, I'm getting a swing pass or a skip pass, whatever it is. When I catch the ball, I'm going to plant my pivot foot, stab, jab step, hang the ball out at the same time. Now what's great about this is it works really well in closeout situations. Defenders in help side, ball gets swung around, pop, pop, hang it out with the foot at the same time. They're gonna fly that same direction, and you're gonna be able to tack off of it. You get a lot of great ankle breaks off of this because you can get them sliding and attack, and they try to recover and fall down a lot of the time, right? Now there's 2 main keys to this. Number 1, I touched on it. Foot and ball have to move together. The second main key is you've got to sell it with your eyes. This doesn't work a lot of times when players catch and they'll hang and jab, but their eyes will stay right here, right? This isn't selling anybody if my eyes are just moving straight downhill like this. But if I throw my eyes with the basketball and I get them big and make it look like I'm actually swinging the ball, so if I'm going to swing it this direction, if I throw my eyes with that, that looks so much more realistic, and the D's gonna bite on it, opening up that lane. A lot of times I can drop their ankles right away, right? So the key is, number 1, you've got to plant that pivot foot, right? If I catch and I come out and I swing and pull this pivot foot, right? That's gonna be a travel. I'll get called pretty much every time. So key number 1, boom, plant that pivot foot. Key number 2, hang the ball, stab the foot simultaneously. And key number 3, throw your eyes with it, and that's really gonna put that cherry on top. Again, you would be surprised how easy it is to break an ankle just by doing this move. All right, so this next move is great to break ankles out of a pivot situation, specifically a reverse pivot, meaning we're going to be catching with our back to the basket. So for this, we're going to start with a reverse pivot where we're following our behind around, but with a windmill rip, instead of ripping the ball low like you're taught a lot of times, or across the center like you might actually do, or accidentally do, you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to put the ball over your head, and then hold with one hand as you're coming over the top, right? It's almost like a high windmill as I'm coming through. So you're going high windmill over the top, and then from here you're looking to attack out of it. Now the reason why we like this high windmill rip is because as I come up high over the top, it's gonna force my defender out of their stance, and it's gonna slow them up just a little bit. So then as I do, I can, boom, plan on it, and then attack the opposite direction, whatever it is I wanna do, right? For this, you wanna make sure that you're working going both directions. I wanna be able to windmill on my right with my left hand, and I want to be able to windmill on my left with my right hand, right? The key is we're going slow up and then attack down opposite. If you can do that, you're gonna get them shifting high, boom, get them moving, and it's gonna be tough to guard. Now the main key is out of that slow windmill rip. So you wanna start with it slow, right? So as I come through, I'm not doing this super fast. Instead, I'm kind of lulling them to sleep, and then this motion here is a quick jab to get them to sell, and then an attack opposite. You can go that slow to quick to fast. Slow to quick to fast is gonna get them every single time, I guarantee it. All right, I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, hit that like button down below, and then into the comment section and let me know what sort of video you wanna see next. This is a channel for the people, by the people, and I run pretty much everything out for request, so leave it down below, and hopefully we get to it. And if you're new to ShotMechanics, you're gonna wanna do two things. Number one, hit that subscription button, that way you get all the videos as soon as we put them out. The second thing you're gonna wanna do is click the link in the description and get a free copy of my #1 scoring workout. This scoring workout is gonna change the way you think about your training and probably increase your scoring average the very first time you use it. That's how powerful it is. So definitely wanna check that out. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with ShotMechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.